Conversation in Nigeria today. The biggest issue in Nigeria today, the elections in Bayelsa. Now, we have finally on the line with us Joshua Rogers. Now, we went from being your eyewitness to give you first-hand reporting in the upcoming Guber elections in Kogi and Bayelsa. As you know, Saturday, the people of Bayelsa and Kogi will choose their next governor. So the stage is set. The INEC says it's ready. The police say they're ready. The political parties, well, they're around. And Nigeria Info is ready as well. Remember, we're going to give you round-the-clock coverage of the elections. We're going to provide you with the latest updates as well as expert analysis into the races, the personalities, the campaign issues, the history, the politics. And we already have our teams on the ground in both states. You've heard from Judges McNobles and Idowu. And for the rest of the hour, we'll talk to Joshua as well as judges again, and they'll tell you and I about all the latest developments on the ground. Joshua, thank you so much for finally talking to us.
Yeah, thank you, Sandra.
Like in Bayelsa.
Well, it's in two ways. One side, majorly the People's Democratic Party, they are happy about the Federal High Court judgment that bars the APC from participating in this Saturday's election. But for the APC, it's not a good time for them. We just finished about 3-4 minutes ago with the candidate of the People's Democratic Party, Senator Doye, who addressed journalists, I think for the last time before the election on Saturday. And he said that the appeal court, the Federal High Court judgment today validated what he has always said in Bayelsa State, that the APC does not have internal democracy, does not have people who believe in the rule of law and justice to manage the affairs of Bayelsa State, a state that is seriously craving for justice, seriously craving for environmental justice, economic justice, and all of that. According to him, he also spoke on the attack that took place in Nembe when the PDP were having a rally in Nembe. He called on the Inspector General of Police to make sure that all those who participated or who sponsored that attack are actually arrested and prosecuted. He also asked that a federal state of emergency be declared in Nembe, because that this morning they went around the community with a town crier announcing to every PDP member to leave Nembe. That was before the court asked the APC not to participate in the election. For now, he seemed to be happy because he's not seeing any opposition. He was actually seeing the APC as the only opposition. Though there are about 46 political parties to participate in this election, but he saw the APC as being his main challenger, and now they are not there. So he thinks that everything is good for him.
Now, repeat it again so that we can hear. Who instructed the town crier to go around and tell the PDP members in Bayelsa State to go away?
He said the APC sponsored the community town crier to go around the community and tell people who are loyalists or members of the PDP to leave the local government area, because they will not be allowed to exercise their franchise on Saturday, according to him. But that was before the court judgment came.
Now, when you talk to regular people in the street going about their business, what is the level of interest in the election?
Seriously, before I even arrived Bayelsa, I tried to talk to people who are from here. A couple of them told me, I know about 3 persons who told me they relocated from Bayelsa to Port Harcourt, and one is in Akwa Ibom State, because they were afraid that Saturday would not be a pleasant day for them in Bayelsa. And when I came in, I have a couple of people I wanted to talk to. In fact, when your vehicle is pulling over, trying to talk to someone, they get scared, they walk away because they don't know who is stopping, who is pulling over, who is going to talk to them. There was anxiety, people were so unsure, they don't know what they were expecting. But now the atmosphere seems a bit relaxed, because they are seeing that, not that they may be happy completely though, but it looks like instead of having these 2 strongest political parties contending, now you have one contending against other ones that are considered small political parties. So the agitation, the anger, the everything may perhaps be down.
People are currently anticipating that the elections will now go smoothly now that one of the bigger elephants has been put down.
Yeah, even though it may not be completely free or whatever, but the violence that they have anticipated will not be the way they thought it would
presence
be.
like?
Well, from the time we drove in from Port Harcourt to Yenegua, from the gate of the entrance, you will find security presence. At strategic locations, you will see security men, but not as to say that it's not an unusual thing. It's not looking so unusual. And then you're seeing only police officers. We have not seen the army. We have not seen, of course, they have. Last general election, the army has said they don't have anything to do with the election. For now, we are not seeing them. It's just the police, but not that unusual presence. It's just strategic locations at roundabouts, as junctions,
Joshua, the police has said that there'll be zero tolerance for ballot box snatching. They've even said ballot snatchers will pay with their lives. Has the police on ground given any extra information about what it is they're going to do to keep the election smooth?
Well, we have not spoken to the police, but this is not the first time police will promise people about their safety during elections. We have had promises, we have covered elections before, but we just hope that this will be a different scenario, a different situation. We will definitely get to the police the moment we leave this place, and then we will get back and let you know what the police has said. And we'll also be monitoring to see what the police is doing, if it's actually what they say they want to do.
And then, of course, I have to ask, do you think, is there any whisper so far? Has there been any talk about perhaps the APC appealing this ruling, perhaps the APC doing what they did in River State, which is back another smaller party?
As a matter of fact, the moment we heard about that judgment, we had to try to locate the office of the APC. There was nobody, we couldn't find anybody. We called the phone numbers of the spokesperson of the APC. We have called the governorship candidate of the APC. He has not responded. He has not replied to our text messages. He has not responded. He has not picked his calls. So we don't know what the APC will be doing. But thinking about the time frame, this is Thursday, tomorrow is Friday. Yeah, 1 hour is still big a time for anything to happen. But definitely, we will definitely reach out to the party stakeholders and know what their next plan will be.
Thank you so much for talking to us. We're going to get back in touch and see what else you have for us before it's 6 o'clock. All right.
Thank you, Sandra.
Let's also try and get in touch with Judges McNoble Sunidowu. Let's see what else he has for us, considering that the president's wife, Aisha Buhari, has taken the podium and is currently addressing Nigerians who are at the rally, at the grand finale of the APC gubernatorial rally in Kogi State, surrounded by her supporters as well as the vice president's wife, Mrs. Oshibajo. We've got Oseye calling us from the United Arab Emirates. It was an interesting call. That's why I attempted to take it. So let's get back in touch with Judges McNoble Sunidowu and see if he has extra things to say to us on the show today. Have there been any other developments? What interesting things are being said at the rally? We'd like to hear all of those and so much more. Perhaps the court ruling that we're expecting to come in tomorrow will also come up as one of the talking points at this rally. Perhaps we're also going to have them. We'll also hear if maybe they addressed the people who were injured that I was talking about during Eyewitness. And we'll also find out if they think, how they're feeling about the outcome of the elections tomorrow. I also saw Adams Oshomole addressing the crowd. Adams Oshomole, who was, by the way, suspended by his state APC. He's the national chairman of the party, and he was suspended by the state chapter, the Edo state chapter of the APC. A lot of interesting things going on in the political space. If you just joined us, welcome. We're giving you updates and general pre-coverage of the Kogi and Bayelsa elections. That's going to happen on Saturday. We need to remind you that Nigeria Info will be giving you round-the-clock coverage of the elections. We'll provide you with the latest updates as well as expert analysis into the races and the personalities and the campaign issues and the history and the politics. Are there campaign issues? I mean, when you pay attention to campaigns, political campaigns in other parts of the world, you can immediately spot the campaign issues, be it global warming, be it jobs, be it LGBTQI rights, be it reproductive rights, be it immigration. You know what the issues are depending on the country. But it's always a bit difficult to pinpoint what the campaign issues are when it's Nigerian politics. Anyways, we have our teams on the ground in both states, and we're going to be talking to them and finding out if there are any updates that we should know about. Elections in Kogi and Bayelsa have historically giving us a lot of drama. Remember in the 2011-2012 election season, the Kogi Guber elections got very heated. You remember? That was the first time that we had the term satanic rigging. That's what the ACN accused the PDP of in Kogi at the time. You remember? And Bayelsa state elections have also been rough. In 2015, we had inconclusive elections and widespread reports of violence in some local government areas, like Ekeremo. 4 years before that, we had drama as well. That was when then Governor Timipre Silva was standing for re-election, but failed at the screening in his own party, the PDP, and he wasn't allowed to contest in the primary, in the party primary. So a lot of people are wondering whether Kogi and Bayelsa will give us drama yet again. And it looks like they are well on the way to not disappointing. I mean, Joshua told us about all the people who are trooping out of the state because they are worried about violence erupting. This was, of course, before the court ruling disqualifying the APC from the elections period. Now, of course, you are my most important guest on Hard Facts. You who are listening in your car or at home or online, wherever you are. What do you think about the upcoming elections in Kogi and in Bayelsa? Do you think the police and other security agencies have the situation under control? I wonder what you think. Hello.
Hello?
Turn your radio down.
Yeah.
Okay.
Good evening.
Good evening. Is your radio down?
Yes, it's down, it's down.
All right, what's your name?
Hello?
Yes, I can hear you. Go ahead. Hello?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead.
Okay. Concerning the Bayelsa and Kogi elections.
What's your name?
I don't think... my name is Victor.
Victor, okay. Where are you calling us from?
Yes. From Ikorodu.
Go ahead.
Okay, yes. I was in the comments you had previously before this. Our political system is not mature at all. And the citizens that do these things, that go after political, that these people use for this rally, they are not also mature, because if they are matured, they are supposed to know the right things to do at a particular point. They know these leaders are people that they don't even care for them that they are going to rally.
What point are you making? You're talking about when I was talking about the fact that people feared dead at the rally and the rally continued anyway?
Yes. The one you made mention of Kogi,
yes,
the rally
okay.
They are having, that two people, these leaders are not even having that sympathy. If they have the sympathy, and also the people who go for this rally, because if they have that mindset that these leaders that are doing this rally for, if such a thing can happen at the place of rally, and they still continue the rally, I'm sorry to say, they are not matured, because if they are matured, they won't allow themselves to be used by these political leaders who don't even care about their living at all. And I will say concerning the Bayelsa and the Kogi elections. Well, it takes the grace of God because the security agency will say they can handle the issue. But that is mouth saying because I don't think they can handle it. My brother was once he handled the elections in Kogi, in Bayelsa. When he was in NYC, he was among those that did the elections, the previous one.
Okay.
So he made mention of all these things that have been happening. See, political, even some people, even the police are there. These political leaders are there, and these we individuals are the people they bribe them to do all these things. To they buy their votes. So I would say, I'm sorry to say, I don't think police has it under control. The best thing is to.
Victor, unfortunately, the connection has gotten bad. I'm currently watching on the screen, and young men and women are grooving and gyrating and dancing and laughing. Meanwhile, 3 people from this rally are feared dead. I'm not talking about the politicians now. I'm talking about people like you and me who went for this rally. 3 people feared dead. And people are dancing. I think they're dancing soapy. Naira Marley's soapy. And they're dancing and grooving and gyrating and looking happy and smiling. And 3 people feared dead from this same rally. One of them stabbed. I find that very odd. John is in Amuwa Duffing. Hello, John.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening.
I'm enjoying the show and I'm a first timer.
Oh, great. I'm glad you called us. You enjoyed it enough
Based on
to
this
call
show,
us today.
yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I've been enjoying the show and it's a nice show.
Okay.
Okay, most of the people that have been calling, they've been making nice points.
Okay.
And I just want to add this. I think we Nigerians, like the last caller just said, he spoke about maturity. I don't think it's maturity. I think the people should be sensitized on the right things to know. When people come, when like these politicians, they come around, they tell us some certain things. We don't even understand their agendas. They don't have any good thing to even tell us, just like what you said some few minutes ago. Are you there?
I'm here. Go ahead.
They don't have anything good to offer to the masses, if I'm not mistaken. So we right now, there are some intellectual people, there are some educated people in Nigeria that understand all these things. But just that, I think maybe in 100%, I think they are just 30%. So the remaining percent is just that they don't just understand anything. So I think the only change we can do on our own side is, I think we should create a platform where we can sensitize the people, like the citizens. Like we can do this thing on our own. Like this show now, you guys are doing massively well. Not just this particular one. You know, there are some certain shows you guys do carry out. They are making sense. At least we should just do something, because this thing is very annoying. It's very exasperating, honestly.
John, let me talk to Wale in Yaba. John, make sure you call us again. Wale, hi.
Yeah, Sandra, well done.
Thank you. Good evening.
Good evening. I just want to talk about the fact that the judiciary is becoming the sole determinant of candidates in an election. You know, and I don't think that is the best. In fact, we have moved away from the court deciding who becomes the candidate to the court outrightly, ruling out parties at different levels. I don't know how the National Assembly can make an amendment to be.
Is it the National Assembly that should be doing that, or is it INEC? I mean, do you think INEC has to do something to checkmate all this indiscipline?
No, the rule says if INEC observe a primary and the primary is in order, okay, the observation alone. Because that was what happened in Zamfara.
No, because see, if you pay attention to this Bayelsa one now, what has happened is that they did not obey the
Aspirant.
rules of their own party
Yes,
at
so
the primaries.
an aggrieved aspirant took the party to the court. Fantastic. So, but my worry is, but I just hope that the appeal court will not throw out the judgment
of the High Court.
Okay, because if the appeal is sailed through, and the appeal court now says, oh, the lower court is wrong, then what becomes of the party?
Good question.
Okay.
What even becomes of the election that will happen on Saturday?
Yes, what becomes of the election? So we need to be very careful, because at the end of the day, we waste a lot of money. We waste billions of naira on elections. And then we waste this one, and then the court will now finally say, no, cancel the entire election.
Even aside that, we're making life hard for the voter who is supposed to be choosing.
Yes. And I can assure you that there will be low turnout at the end of the day. And then probably figures will be cooked up, and then the morality of that will continue, and it will affect governance at the end of the day.
Wale, thank you for calling me. Because that's my next question for you, to be very honest. What can INEC do to checkmate all this indiscipline? Because it's the voters that suffer the most. The voters end up being denied choices because the parties who are supposed to give them choices end up getting themselves disqualified. Judges McNobleson Ido is finally back on the line. Judges, I see
Sandra.
that the rally has ended.
Yes. The rally has ended.
Okay. So were any important things said at the rally?
It's their usual campaign without issues. You understand? But you see, most of their campaign has never been issue-based. It has always been attack on the opposition, their closest rivals and all that, and that is what we saw today. And you must have it in mind that the rally, as at when it started, as at when I was on air, when I was talking to you earlier, that was when the rally was starting. So the rally never really ended. It never really lasted for 2 hours. So it's a very short rally, but although they tagged it mega rally. So you understand what we are talking about.
Did they mention the people who were injured or who may have died?
No. That's a matter that has been forgotten. It's a matter that has been forgotten. That's the issue concerning the attack, the person that was attacked and the one that was dead has been sorted out before the rally started.
So when the governor, when Yahaya Bello got on stage, when Aisha Buhari got on stage, Nasser El-Rufai as well, Adams Oshomole, none of them addressed the person who was stabbed at the rally.
For Sandra, we don't expect them to even mention it because that will show the whole world that there was violence at the venue of their own mega rally. So we understand why they never talked about it. You understand? So for Sandra, I have someone here that can actually talk to you on from the situation room, the civil society situation room. He's going to talk on the places, local government, some local governments that are flashpoint areas that we should look out for on Saturday.
Okay.
So his name is Titus Alonge.
Titus Alonge, okay.
Thank you very much. My name is
Titus Alonge, thank you so much for talking to Sandra Ezekwesili on Nigeria Info Lagos. So talk to us, Mr. Alonge, about the flashpoints in Kogi.
Yes, politics here is another thing entirely because we've not been having it easy. Okay. So many areas and the state are really, the state is tense generally, and things are not really adding up because by now, despite the promises given to assurance rather by the IG and the commission and all the big wigs, we've not seen sign of a peaceful and fair elections coming up in the state.
Okay.
Despite the fact that we are overburdened with large number of policemen all over the places, but that will not guarantee, because from the past it has always been similar promises, but during election proper, reverse will be the case. So there are, for example, virtually all the local governments in the state, maybe not Kogi Central, but still there are crises. But in Mapamuro, in the local government, Dekina has a very hot spot, because the largest local government in the state, if not in the whole country. In Ampa, so many other places. These are flash areas that we need to, after the government has actually to put a very big security, but it seems security doesn't work at times. Because despite the fact that there are security, things are happening, you see policemen waiting. He's not doing anything about it. It's only when the damage must have been done, they'll be looking for a damage control. So there are many places in the state now that we are not enjoying tranquility, because the whole state is tense. Okay, like in my local government not quite long ago, we still discussed that with the IG last time. 3 people were kidnapped in a village in Mapam local government, and they were PDP members. They came shooting in the night, by the daybreak, looking campaigning for their lives. People ran away, but the state succeeded in kidnapping 3 people. And it's not just that alone. In Anfa is the same thing. In some places, it's even killing. So we don't know. We only pray. We're working on prayer. We are still sensitizing people to make sure they come out. And that's why all the challenges we are having now, those will come and vote, which I believe.
What civil society organization do you represent?
Personally, I'm working for Situation Room.
Okay.
But my organization is Things External Development and Information Initiatives. I've been working in the area of education, conflict resolution, and good governance for over 20 years.
Now, I know that the tension is pretty high, but I need to ask, how much is the court ruling that we're expecting from tomorrow contributing to the tension?
In fact, this morning, we've just held a program before coming to... My organization organized a program before coming for this Situation Room program. The issue crop up. You know, I'm sorry to say, we are not used to obeying court injunction here.
Okay.
The court may say one thing, the reverse will be the case. The people have no regard for the rule of law.
Okay.
We are expecting Natasha. She was going to handle last Tuesday. But that was why we organized violence against women must be stopped. Yesterday, we pressed all over the state to the INEC office and to police headquarters, because the way the one was handled, in fact, they are not fair to her. A candidate that was not allowed to come and sign things back, and all others were there. And for her to come in along the line, we don't know how we were inside. It obviously sprang up, and she was handled, the chairman of her party, and so many of them. So even though she goes to court now, you know, Nigeria, anything can happen. Some of us personally don't have confidence in the judiciary, because at the end of the day, you may not get anything. Even she was lucky to have got a favorable injunction. Was it last Friday or so? Initially, they never wanted her to participate in the election. When we contacted Okoye, we were in a Situation Room in Abuja. He was telling us, well, I'm not a lawyer, but we knew what he did is wrong. But thank God that Abuja court actually gave her the opportunity to contest. So we really don't know, but I know that come Saturday, it will be by the grace of God that she'll be allowed to participate. Not just that alone. In her, where she resided yesterday, there was gunshot in her environment. But we have to rush over there. People are calling, come over. We learned that there's a gunshot here and there. And when we investigated as a civil society, it was her area where she resides. I think some gunmen went there to disturb the peace last night. So, which means maybe there are some forces working against her not to participate in religion, which is not fair. In our House of Assembly here, no single woman legislator. And the women are terribly marginalized. We were very happy. We gave her all the support to really participate in whatever she can do to come up. At least she may not win really, because her vote may not be enough, because she may not have the numerical strength or the financial muscle. But let her participate as a woman. Make fair elections. it is written, but you don't need to bar her from participating as a result of a law that is not in the book of the country. So I think it's not fair. So we don't know what will happen on Saturday. We pray that the God will prevail anyway.
All right. Thank you so much, Mr. Alonge, for talking to us on Nigeria Info. Judges McNobleson, we're going to get back in touch again to see if there are any extra updates that you can share with us.
I will be happy to share with you. But right now, we are still moving around. Today is a CSO day. From one radio station to the other, granting interviews here and there. But I would be very happy.
Okay.
Because my organization is really working in peace and conflict resolution issues. So we are in the right position to actually contribute to development in the state.
Thank you for your time, sir.
My pleasure. Thank you.
Hello, judges.
Hello, Sandra.
All right. So we're going to get back in touch and see if there are any extra updates that you can share with us on the show.
All right, Sandra.
Thank you. Okay. Before the quick break, let me connect you with a young woman who always has goodies to share with you.
Yes. And I'm excited to take the break to tell you guys that, listen, okay, no matter what, the old-fashioned all going to the cinemas to catch a movie, going on a movie date in the cinemas will never go out of fashion, okay? And that is why Genesis Cinemas is always here to serve you the hottest movie blockbusters, okay? So literally, you could catch all your fave movies right now. I mean, Maleficent, The Terminator, at the Palms Mall, Lekki, Novari, Sangotade Mall, and of course, Maryland Mall. And that is not all, guys. You know, like currently right now, Living in Bondage is currently showing.
Yes.
That has to be like the most hyped movie of this month. You see? And I tell you for free, okay? Every single person that I know that has watched that movie has not said anything negative about it.
I have negative things
Oh
to
my
say.
God, no, Sandra, please.
I have negative things to say.
Wow, really?
But hey, watch it at Genesis.
Yes,
though,
you should go and watch it. You can't afford to miss it. And it's currently showing right now in all the Genesis cinemas around you. It's showing every single day, okay? So make sure you go and see it. Don't miss it. Don't be told. Don't go on Twitter to read the reviews. Go and watch it yourself, okay? It's currently showing at the Genesis, the Palms Mall, Lekki, Novari Mall, Aja, and the Maryland Mall, okay? So make sure you go and catch all the movie experience and make it fun, all right?
Okay. All right. When we come back, I'll come back to taking your calls because I'm very curious to hear what you think about what Judges McNobleson said about the politicians who climbed the stage to continue their rally. You see what I was saying about, 3 people are feared dead and the rally continued. And Judges McNobleson said, well, Sandra, you can't expect them to get on stage and acknowledge that there was violence at their rally. And my question is, why can't I expect that? Am I too idealistic? Am I not a realistic somebody? Is it that I'm not Nigerian? It's a life. It's possibly 3 human lives. Somebody was stabbed at a rally where you have come to tell other somebodies to vote for your political party. You're not promising them heaven and earth. You're telling them how the other party is evil and the other party is this and that. But somebody was stabbed at that rally, and not one person, not the governor, not the other governors, not the party national chairman, not the wife of the president or the vice president, not one person got on that stage and acknowledged the possible death and at least injury of one citizen of the state who came out to rally for you, who came out to support you. Is it odd that I expect that they will get on that stage and say something? Am I the odd man out, odd woman out? Because Mr. McNobleson Idowu says, Sandra, you can't expect it. And what I wanted to ask Mr. McNobleson was, why can't I expect it? But that's not his question to answer. That's your question to answer. Do you agree that we can't expect the politicians to get up there and acknowledge that there was violence? Think about that while we take this break.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Welcome back to Hard Facts.
All right, Lagos, let's keep talking. 01277 0993, 01277 1993, 01277 2993, and 01277 3993. If you're female, you should be calling us on 01277 0993, 01277 0993. If you're female, that's the number to be calling. Let's talk to Gerald in Surulere. Hello, Gerald. Thanks for calling us. Good evening.
Sandra, you're doing a very good work.
Thank you.
Yeah, I'm enjoying your program, so I have to drive into the National Stadium to see if I can contribute.
Oh, that's great. Thanks for calling.
Okay, I think let me answer your question. Why you still have some people there at the rally, despite the fact that 2 or 3 people are feared dead. After my experience at the last election in Surulere, seeing what the area boys did, throwing bottles, and I decided to join a political party. So I was like, which one am I going to? I said, anyway, let me get in touch with 1 or 2 people that I know, that are my friends, that are members of a political party, to understand exactly what is going on. So, and I'm amazed to see what actually is going on. If you check around, Sandra, I don't think you're a member of any political party.
No.
And then if you check around your friends, you may not find anyone that is a member of any party. So now, what is happening is that there is a big divide between the elite, the middle class, and the artisans. So you don't find the middle class people as members of the political party. There are very few. Now, this is what happens. Huh? Are you with me?
Yes, go ahead.
Okay, now, so what happens in an area, let's use Surulere for an example. They zone it. So as they zone it, they will now, the people at the top of each political party will now look at who will be able to deliver the area for them. And they don't usually go for people that is maybe holy people and all that. They go for people that they knew that, okay, if it's to fight, they will fight. So they will, okay, let this Baba handle this particular area. Now, most of the area boys, are you with me? We now pledge loyalty to him. So when this kind of rally comes up, they will go to the Baba and say, okay, they will give him they give him some money. And then they all know the people in this zone area that are expected to be at the rally. Are you with me?
Yes.
So now, if they don't see you there, after the party, they now have to go back, even if it's 2,000 or 5,000 or whatever that is going to be their own share. They won't give you because they didn't see you. So they must stay to participate at the rally for the little things they are going to get from it. And then it doesn't end there. Every other thing follows after the election. Because, for instance, in Lagos State, all these area boys, they have their own zones and they're all connected politically. So the dividend continue, but it doesn't amount to anything. Are you with me?
Yes.
So this is exactly why people still attend the rally.
My goodness.
And this is a fact. So I will still join, because I find out that when we have most of the middle class there, then you find out that they want to challenge some of the decisions. But when you do that, like my friend I told you about did, I have to buy him drink, to get some information from him. When you begin to put rationally some of the decisions that are being made by the touts, first and foremost, you will become a threat to them. They'll be very careful at the onset, because they'll be like, who is behind this guy? Who is behind this man? What gave him the morale? Are you with me? And once they find out that, he's just one banker, he's just then something else plays up. But let me stop here anyway for other people to come. But this is exactly what is happening. I think you, me, like the way you sound, I like that. You are doing very good. You're doing very well. If it's Trump or all these foreign politicians that are doing Larry, you know exactly what the agenda is. Whether they support LGBT, is climate change, are they conservative, are they liberal, you know exactly. But here, you don't get that. They know something. Most of the programs you have today are connected to each other. What is fueling corruption and things not working in this country is two factors: religion and tribalism. And they know that this is how to distract the people. So when you are talking about they are not foiling all the churches and mosques making noise, they know that people believe that I now oriented to believe that their deliverance comes from there. And once they do the right thing there, the people will now turn against them, because the eyes will clear. Let me stop here for order. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Gerald. I enjoyed talking to you. Call us again and talk to us some more. Because, Gerald said something, and it made me remember 2015. There was a campaign, a rally in Okrika. There was an attack on the APC gubernatorial rally in Okrika, local government area in Rivers State. People were shot. Do you remember? A journalist was stabbed. Do you remember? The APC suspended the rally. When they returned to the campaign trail, they held a moment of silence for the dead. Are we saying now that even that is too much to ask? Let me talk to Charles. Hello, Charles. Oh, that's Charis.
Yeah, Sandra.
Hi.
Yeah?
Good evening.
Okay, good evening. Yeah, you see, there's one song, popular song, Omomi song, say, if you ask me, now I go ask. So a lot of questions today that, we know. For me, personally, I feel Nigeria is a failed state. That's the fact.
You probably shouldn't say that on radio.
No. I don't know. You see, that's the problem with you journalists, media, whatever. You shy away from the truth.
No. It's not about the truth.
Can you listen to me?
I'm listening to you. I'm just saying you probably shouldn't say Nigeria is a failed state on radio.
At the rally in Kogi State now that I just finished, do you think the president's wife, the vice president's wife, or all the dignitaries there, are you sure, or maybe try to find out, if they are even aware of the situation that happened? I believe it happened before the rally commenced. Am I right? Are you sure they are even aware of what happened? Nobody will tell them, because they will not tell them. Nobody. It's the same thing that is happening in Nigeria. A lot of things that is going on in this country, even President Muhammadu Buhari is not aware, but because he's not in control, he doesn't know. A lot of issues, a lot of, violating the court orders and everything, he might not be aware, because he's not in his grip. The country is not in control of this country. So that is what is going on. They will go on stage. They are coming for their rally. Something happened before then. What concerns them? They come in, nobody tells them, do you expect anybody to tell them there was a situation, there was a violence, there was chaos? No, nobody will tell them that. So they will come in and do whatever. I don't blame them because nobody will give them any information concerning that. Are you with me?
Yes.
That is it. So that is the point. So you don't blame them. You don't say they go on stage, they are not addressing this or that or chaos or whoever was stabbed or whoever had been killed.
So who should we blame?
I am very sure nobody has informed them.
So who should we be blaming? And they will not want to
inform them. Come again?
Who should we blame? So you're saying that it's possible even the governor doesn't know.
Yeah, we are. This boils down to the fact that we citizens have to be blamed because I don't see any reason why they should still be at that rally. If they vacate the venue of the rally, it will send a signal, and those dignitaries, the vice president's wife, the president's wife, they will ask questions. That is when they will know. So it boils down to the fact that we citizens, we are the problem of this country. Yes, we are the problem of the country. And it is because of the hunger they have put into the masses, and that is why they are still there. They have impoverished the citizens so that, who cares? They will still be there.
Charles,
if you give them 1,000, give them a sachet of rice or whatever, they will still be there because they know what they're going to benefit.
Thank you for calling me. Let me talk to Ikechi in Surulere. Hello, Ikechi.
Hi, Sandra. Good evening.
Good evening.
So I think the topic on that we are discussing now is an effect, if I may put it that way.
Okay.
So we need to look at the root cause of why things like this can happen. In my opinion, we do not have any value for life.
Yeah.
So irrespective of whether it's a rally, it will be a different event tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
If we have value for our citizenry, if we understand that the citizens are the ones that will be there tomorrow, then we will take it a lot more serious. Most politicians believe that they already have the spaces covered by whatever, by religion, by just bringing up money to give to people. If they know that you cannot bring part of your money out and people still have a chance to vote with, then you would be worried about your options and how they feel. Today, that social contract is broken. So that's my opinion.
Ikechi, thanks for sharing it. Let me talk to KS. KS is in Aghogho. KS, hi. Thanks for calling me.
Good evening.
Good evening.
How are you, Sandra?
I'm fine. How are you, KS?
I just want to use this medium to appeal to every Nigerian out there that no politician worth dying for. And we're going to fix Nigeria. We are going to do this. It's not just with our mouth. If you've not gotten your PVC, try as much as possible before the next election to get it. And the other guy that called, are you telling me somebody with more than 30 special advisors and assistants doesn't know what is going on around the country? If he doesn't know, we shush aids at his disposal. He doesn't have business in that office. That's just it. Thank you and have a great day.
You too, KS. Thanks for calling me. Let me talk to Elisha and Baby. Hello, Elisha. How are you? You're the last call today.
Okay, good evening,
Good evening.
Sandra. Thank you for that wonderful music. If you ask me, who am I going to ask?
Yes, though.
Because the truth is that, you see, these politicians, they don't even care about us in the first place. If those, for example, now, what happened, those three people, whether they are dead or not. Those people cannot climb that stage to acknowledge those people that, whether they are injured or something.
Why?
Because it's a game plan. This is very simple. Make sure that those people are poor, they don't have anything, so that anytime we come for them, the little thing we can give them, they will appreciate it. That is what is happening. For example, last election, the presidential election, do you know that people were voting with a fake voter's card? Once you go there, they will just give you 500. Where you go, just say, oh, and once you say it, they will understand the party that you want to vote, and then they will just you vote and then go to another place collecting money. As in, this one it happened. My friend did it, which I was there. So these people, they don't care. It's a simple strategy for them. That is just it. Now, for them, they cannot even climb to that stage. They cannot even climb to that stage to pay homage to those people. They cannot, because it's definitely against their game plan.
Thanks for calling me, Elisha.
That is all I have to say.
You've said
Thank
quite
you
a
very
lot.
much, Sandra.
Okay. Thank you so much to you who joined us on the show today. You were awesome. We had a great show. I had a great time bringing today's show to you. I started with the big three, where I told you that the Federal High Court has disqualified APC from the Bayelsa Gubernatorial election. I also told you that the Lagos State government has given conditions for reopening churches it closed for noise pollution. And the police has said snatch ballot boxes and die ahead of the elections in Bayelsa and Kogi. Today's eyewitness was a bit different. What we did was got in touch with our reporters on the ground in Bayelsa and Kogi, and they shared with us what they were witnessing in those states. And of course, on the Big Hard Fact, we looked at the upcoming elections. And coming up right now, conversations between Ireti Bakare Yusuf and Patu Tommy. That starts at 6:30. So make sure you're here when Patu Tommy is telling you about his Lagos. You're used to hearing him talk about politics. Today, hear him talk about Lagos and growing up in Lagos and being a young man and a young boy in Lagos. Before we go, my lady with the information is back here.
Yes, Lagos. This is a public service announcement coming to you from KY Avila. Okay, so if you desire success and career growth in a multinational, then this is an opportunity for you, because a multinational firm, KY Avila, in Nigeria here is recruiting young and enthusiastic individuals for different positions in the company. Okay, so if you have a car and you're ready to start work immediately, then definitely KY Avila is the company for you. But please feel free to call 0905 637 4258, or you can call 0815 705 0505. I'll take the numbers again: 0905 637 4258. or 0815 705 0505. Call any of this number to schedule an interview today.
Go high. This story where I talk it be like say I did play, but all this type of things they happen every day. Speak out or take some action, I beg you no delay. No make matters worse past as a day. If you go ask.